Recently, there's been a lot of news about a gentleman in Cobb County, Georgia named Mahendra Patel, who is accused of trying to kidnap a 2-year-old child in Walmart and flee the scene. In March of this year, Caroline Miller alleged and accused Mahendra Patel of trying to kidnap her child. However, the Walmart surveillance video has now come out. Contrary to Ms. Miller's accusations, the video shows Mr. Patel going into Walmart, looking for Tylenol, speaking to Mrs. Miller. When Mrs. Miller's 2-year-old seems to apparently fall out of this motorized scooter that she's on, he tries to put the child back on her lap. He then goes shopping for the Tylenol, walks back to Mrs. Miller, shows her that he has the Tylenol, walks to the checkout line, checks out, and leaves the scene without fleeing in any way. Now, after this incident occurred, Miller contacted the police. The police arrested Patel and accused him of attempted kidnapping. Now, there are a lot of videos talking about the criminal aspects of the case. Now, I am no criminal lawyer. I do not specialize in criminal law. I do civil litigation. What I want to talk about is if Mahendra Patel has a civil case against both the district attorney and Mrs. Miller if, and likely when, he is proven innocent. In general, there are probably 2 claims Mahendra Patel can bring. The first is going to be a malicious prosecution claim against the district attorney. For malicious prosecution, there are generally 5 elements Mr. Patel has to prove in order to be successful in a civil penalty back against the district attorney. 1, that he was prosecuted. 2, that it was done with malice. 3, that it was done without probable cause. 4, that it terminated in his favor, means he got off. And then 5, that he had damages. So let's look at those 5 elements. They have indicted him and are prosecuting him currently, trying to convict him of allegations that the video evidence shows is clearly not true. Was there probable cause? Now, this one might be tough. The statement from the alleged victim, the mother, Mrs. Miller, says that he tried to kidnap her child. Now, the video shows a little bit differently from what I see, but you and I were not there. We don't know what words were being exchanged between those two. But the video evidence certainly shows, or at least appears to show, that the child was falling off and he attempted to put the child back on her lap. It does not appear to show that he was trying to kidnap the child and run away. So that begs the question, why couldn't the police, in investigating this incident, look for more probable cause to arrest him by just pulling the video surveillance camera to verify her allegations? It seems to me it would be very easy for the police to go into the Walmart security office and say, hey, let's look at the surveillance video. That doesn't appear to have occurred. The third element is malice. Was there malice? Now, malice can be many different things. Mr. Patel will need to show that the prosecution acted with some sort of improper motive, whether that's racial bias or a reckless disregard for the truth. Favorable termination. This is not yet met. We don't know if the prosecution is going to pursue this all the way to a trial. If they try the case and he is acquitted, meaning the jury comes back and says not guilty, then he has a case for malicious prosecution. If he's convicted, all this is out the window. If the DA decides to dismiss the charge, that is also a termination in his favor. The fifth element and the most important thing with any civil case is damages. Mr. Patel has absolutely been damaged. He has spent months in jail, sitting on an unfounded charge that, again, in my opinion, does not seem to line up with what the video documentary evidence shows. The other civil claim he can bring is a defamation claim back against Mrs. Miller for the allegations she has raised. To prove defamation, Patel is going to need to show that Mrs. Miller made a false statement, that that statement was published, and that it harmed him. She got on the news and made that statement saying he was trying to kidnap her child. It doesn't seem to line up with the actual video evidence truth, and he was absolutely harmed by spending months in jail. So once again, I am no criminal lawyer, but once the criminal piece is done, and it will likely come out in Mr. Patel's favor, he has, in my view, 2 claims he can pursue. Malicious prosecution claim back against the district attorney and a defamation claim back against Mrs. Miller.